Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here with the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your planning outlook on Friday the 14th of June. Now, some relatively vague statements on the headlines for the next few days because that more or less sums things up. It's not deeply unsettled, but it's still a mixture, a changeable pattern coming in on generally southwesterly winds. Things are trying to improve early next week as higher pressure builds from the south, but with low pressure never too far away into midweek, there's a degree of uncertainty, but it could still be a rather unsettled trend even later on in the week. Nothing really gloriously summery about it in the short term, at the very least, with low pressure and rather cool conditions in charge. Not quite as cold as it's been in some recent days when it's been down to freezing or below on the higher tops. Generally will be above freezing in the days ahead. Let's skim through the charts then. This is Saturday's situation. Low pressure is to the west of Ireland. There's a front which is edging slowly in from the southwest. Now for a few hours that'll bring rain to western and southwestern parts of Scotland, across Wales, and edging with time further into the lakes and Pennines. It will give a few heavy bursts along it. It will tend to clear from the west across Wales. Ahead of that, some thundery bursts may break out, some slow-moving bursts of rain around across the Highlands, which could be quite hit and miss through the course of the day. Some spots just to the northern side of the Highlands may escape drier for longer, and with the wind flow coming up from the south-southeast, a few places might even feel a touch warmer. Sunday brings little overall change to the main pattern, with low pressure staying out to the west. Again, it's a story of showers which will develop through the day. Some will be around western coastal hills from the word go. Others will pop up inland. Some locally heavy thundery bursts perhaps in places quite isolated, but a few downpours may well be around into the afternoon. Winds mostly fairly light, but just strengthening as the isobars tighten together across Wales as we go through the afternoon. For Monday, there's the idea of high pressure just trying to build across the south of Britain, but for most of the mountain areas, you're still stuck beneath a showery southwesterly regime. The upper air is still quite cool. It's conducive then to showers forming, and that'll be the order of things. Again, western hills, showery from the word go. Parts of western Scotland could well be showery frequently through the course of the day, so it's often raining in some places. Showers more scattered across England and Wales, but one or two heavy bursts can't be ruled out. I think the heaviest of the showers more across the Highlands, and in the afternoon the greater risk of anything thundery more on the eastern side of the Highlands. Temperatures still nothing too special. Now there'll still be a few showers around into Tuesday, but looks fewer of them. Things not quite as unstable, pressure is building a little bit more, and it's a more optimistic day for many. The risk of still some showers and some low cloud focused on the western Highlands of Scotland, showers transferring inland through the day, leaving coastal hills to become drier, whilst inland parts of the Highlands and across to the eastern side get more showery as the day goes on, but still a bit more scattered than previous days, and a pretty decent chance that most of England and Wales and the southern uplands you could well stay dry most if not all day, and temperatures feeling warmer with winds looking light. Just cast your eye though toward the southwest of Britain. There's low pressure not too far away, and it's that feature into the middle of the week that is giving us a few headaches at the moment. And that's the chart that we've got for Wednesday. Really uncertain just exactly what that does. It's such a broad feature, the models don't know what to do with it at the moment. It's the idea of low pressure and fronts pushing across the British Isles. Whether it develops into a more organised low or just decays away to a weakening zone of frontal rain, that's very difficult to tell at this stage. The likelihood is that some places will see rain. Exactly what the detail of the forecast is uncertain. If you're planning for the middle of the week, at this stage, I'd expect there to be some rain in the forecast at least. So one way or the other, low pressure looks as though it's around through Wednesday into Thursday, that tending to pull back away northwards and leaving back to square one in many respects, with a fairly cool, showery, southwesterly type of pattern, but with the hint again of pressure building from the south as we run toward the end of the week, say by about Friday perhaps. So a bit like the first part of the week, showery at first, showers becoming fewer with time, and temperatures maybe just lifting a touch as you go through to Friday. Low pressure though is out over the Atlantic, and that's never too far away, even heading into next weekend. There's a lot of uncertainty just how the pattern comes out. It's the battle then between high pressure building, say, toward the southeast of Britain, low pressure staying sort of anchored toward the northwest. Which of those two holds sway and is nearer to us will be critical as to the patterns into the final week of June. We could find that It's often dry for many places, but I just wonder whether West and Northwest Scotland in particular will always be bothered by frontal systems just grazing to the northwest of the British Isles. So a risk that the West Highlands stay rather poor more often. Elsewhere, and particularly across England and Wales, a greater chance of being drier for more days. Not immune from some poorer days with rain and low cloud coming in, but just a chance for something a bit more summer-like for a bit longer through the final week of the month. I doubt that we're genuinely settling down. It's nothing like it was this time last year, but just a few days maybe that do better than others, and better for many than we've just seen at the moment. Always tricky though with those details once you get further ahead, so worth staying tuned to all the forecasts. We'll update this video for you on Tuesday. Stay up to date with your local 3-day details updated every single day on our website. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.